Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets.
Mike 50. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Rosen on 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the Bills' 48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Jim.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
80.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, gun. Ringo. 21. Check, 55. Mike. I got it. Mike, 5.
In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Monday. Watch the
Here's Pollard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Come on, D. Check.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They come out here in the I.
Mike 50. They can't hang with us. Check. Crouch. Crouch. No. Off.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Here we go.
58, right there. Watch the twist.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Under crunch. Check 99. Check
Nick.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw is Garoppolo. Well, it's brought in by Washington. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Whip, 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 whip.
Way alert! Alert! Alert!
Check, check. Flag down.
Here's McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Middle.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right, 54. Here we go.
Play action here with Rosen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jones. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score Jets 7, Bills 0.
last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 53.
Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
You won't see me in your nightmare, son. You won't see me in your nightmare.
Bang, 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 bang.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Watch 54. Hey, quarter. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. A good pickup there at 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
It's a party now.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
Here we go.
Go.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Coming to you. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Watch twist.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You got nothing.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 3. Check 3. Slam.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Rosen will throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Ready? Kill. Check.
Hey, come on, man.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He is going to find Hill here. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go. Like 80!
Let's go, defense.
21, 21. Here we go.
Here we go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Coach time, defense.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. James Washington was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Here we go,
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
I got you. At 58 is Mike.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Joseph is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
Hey, gun.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. First and 10 out near midfield.
11.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58, come on.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Slam. Check. Lucky.
On second and 9. Garoppolo complete to Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line.
And the Bills first down.
Here we go.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Exit.
I got you.
Kill. Shit.
This is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
First down.
Here we go. One time. Tight end run. 40.
On first down, Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
20.
Check 53.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Barnett able to get him for a loss of about 3. So the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the 2nd half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check pass.
Now it's Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Garoppolo. Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tony Pollard, 81 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Motion! Block! 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 Flag!
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Watch the curve! Watch the curve!
On 1st down, Pollard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now it's Rosen looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, check, check. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Miles Boykin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now again, right side McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Mike, 58, right there.
11, 11, 11, 11.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, tight down.
Garoppolo now. Gets this one to Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 20! And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 54 yards, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Quick throw here to Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hug. Switch it.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Complete to Hilton. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Now a give, right side. Sampson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
That's what I do.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Mike 54, Mike 54. I'm coming.
On play action, Rosen. Complete, Smith has it. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
27-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
11.
Chance.
I got you.
From the 27, Garoppolo. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Garoppolo on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Switch.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
First down, Buffalo.
Here we go. 180.
58, come on. Let's go one more. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 13.
He's back to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Hey, gun.
58, right over there. Yeah.
21.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here we go. 180!
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
All day, baby, all day.
Check 43.
Shoot! 12, fellas, here we go. Protein spill.
Check safety. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition, Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check. Alert, alert, alert. Alert, alert, alert.
First throw in overtime now for Rosen. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
36, 36.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Run for Pollard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Jets, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to